All right, we're in the middle of the jungle with the all-wheel drive Rad Rover, the Citizen 3.0 bike. Let's blast out of here. Whoa, it's just impossible to control this thing. Oh, man. Whoa. What's going on, everyone? I'm out on the all-wheel drive Rad Rover, the Citizen 3.0 bike, and I wanted to do a video today about range. You know, I get to test a lot of different e-bikes on this channel. That's probably the number one question I get. Range. What's the range of the bike? How far does it go? You know, if you're not pedaling too much. People are very concerned about the battery size. I guess that just goes hand in hand with electric vehicles, right? People are always got that range anxiety. So I want to do a video today to show you how to extend your range on your e-bike. If you have a small battery pack on there, you're not getting enough miles out of it. How do you go farther? How do you connect another battery? I have a battery that I want to show you that's running this bike. Well, part of it. It's running the front wheel. Let me get up this little hill here. Oh boy. Let me show you this little miniature battery pack I bought, because this could be easily added to any e-bike to extend the range of the bike, right? So this is what I'm running. This is my 3.0 Citizen Cycle 3.0 bike, all-wheel drive. So there's a geared hub motor here, a Bafang 750 geared hub in the front and one in the back. But each motor is running off a different battery pack, right? This big one here is running the back wheel, but the front wheel, let me take my gloves off, is running off of a battery pack here in the rear pack. And there it is, this little tiny battery pack here by Bicycle Motor Works. It's called a Pocket Rocket. It's a 52 volt battery pack, and it's an 8 amp hour battery pack. You got two pigtails coming off it here. This XT60 is for the charger, and this XT90 is connected into the bike. Has been great. I don't have any complaints about this battery pack. It's worked well. It seems to be very good build quality. It's nice and small. And I mean, if you want to add extra range to your bike and not add a huge battery pack or a lot of weight, you could get something like that, right? They also sell them something similar on Lunicycle. I got it from Bicycle Motor Works. Lunicycle, I think, has something similar to this, and they were out of stock there. I found them in another place. It took a couple weeks to get it because it's custom built to your order, so it takes a week or two to get it. And you know, I don't work for them or anything. I bought this with my own money. It was like $400 and something for this thing. You get the battery pack, and you get a really nice charger with it as well. And that is actually not even the smallest one they sell. So they sell one that's a 6 amp hour battery pack. That one's an 8. They also sell a 6. And they say that this one's supposed to weigh under 5 pounds. That's pretty generous. It weighs, on my scale, it was 5.5 pounds. Still, it's pretty good. The other setup I had with this bike when I had dual batteries on it is I had this big battery here up on the rear rack, and I had the original Rad battery there inside the frame. And that kind of, I couldn't carry a rear bag. So I wanted to, when I did this version of the bike, I wanted to be able to carry a rear bag, and I wanted to try to decrease weight, and this baby did both of those things for me. So it's got multiple uses. I wanted weight reduction and a smaller battery so I could still carry a rear pack. There's still space in here for, you know, my sunglasses and hat and whatever else I want to carry. So that's good. It doesn't take up a whole lot of room. You're going to add a decent amount of range to your bike if you add that thing, right? So you're probably asking me now, like, okay, great, battery pack. How do you connect it? Well, on this bike, I have two separate systems, so I don't have to mess with any weird connections, right? Everything's just plugged in normally. If you had a Rad Power bike or a Hemiway or whatever, Snap Cycle, Aventon, and you want to run this thing, what you need to buy is a Date X2. They sell them on Big Game e-bikes. Check it out. Date X2, Date X3, it'll allow you to connect. It's like this little controller module thing, and you can connect 2 or 3 batteries in parallel. You just plug them into that little thing. Check it out online. They have a description, installation instructions, all that, right? It's a cool little device. You just plug the batteries into it, and you're done. It does all the thinking and wiring like stuff for you internally, right? And you can connect batteries of different charge levels. You can even connect batteries of different voltages. You can connect a 48 volt and a 52 volt to it, and it'll figure it out. It will draw from the 52 until it gets down and meets the 48, and then it will draw both at the same time. And yeah, it's a pretty cool little contraption. So that would be how you connect the batteries in parallel, those two items. So go find whatever battery you want. I know they're expensive right now. That thing was like 400 and whatever. This baby is a 17.5 amp hour battery pack that when I bought it a while ago, it was like 500 bucks, and now it's like almost $700. So battery packs are insanely expensive. But if you've already got the e-bike, you just want more range, you're gonna have to cough up for, you know, $300-400 or something to get something like that. And then you're gonna have to cough up a little extra money too to get the Date X2. It's not gonna be a cheap endeavor, but if you really want more range, I mean, that's the only way to do it, is to add more battery capacity. So on this bike, I'm at like 25, a little over 25 amp hour. I have not tested the range on it. I don't really care about the range that much. I only ride like 10-20 miles at a time, so it works for me. But I wanted to show you this cool little thing and tell you about the, you know, the Date X2 controller battery management system module, whatever you want to call that thing. That's how you do it. That's how you extend the range of a bike. So even if there's an awesome bike you got your eye on, but the battery's not big enough, that'd be a way you could add, you know, some more to the bike if you really needed to. If you're curious about this bike, I did a whole video on the build of this thing. All-wheel drive right there, baby. All-wheel drive. This is my homemade all-wheel drive monster. Nothing touches this baby. 37 miles an hour, crazy acceleration, crazy hill climb power on this thing. It's pretty hard to keep traction, honestly, with this bike. It's a bit ridiculous, but that's why I love it. I think we're gonna have to, let's turn the front on, turn the rear on. I think we're gonna have to find some other all-wheel drives to put this thing up against, because it's an animal. Whoa, gosh, crazy. That's why I'm wearing my armored shirt and my helmet. But there's no need to like really pedal, even off-road and uphill. This thing just, you punch the throttles, baby, it goes. There you go. Hope you found that helpful. I'll link all those things I talked about in the description. I'll also link all the parts to this bike too if you're curious about it. Or you could also go to ridewithcitizen.com. I got all the parts listed on there, but got some good power when you. Woo! It's loud. Oh man, tunnel. You always got to ring the bell in a tunnel, right? Next upgrade for this baby is the brakes. We're going hydraulic. I got them on order. Hydraulic brakes on order. I'm going to show you guys how we do that next. If you got a Rad Rover and you're building an animal like this, you're going to want to upgrade the brakes. These brakes right now are terrible. I have cable brakes with hydraulic calipers and they don't stop me at all. So we're going hydraulic. I'm going to do that video probably, I don't know, probably the next couple of weeks or so. As soon as they come in, I'll get them on there because I'm really anxious to get those. So if you're going to try to extend your range, those are some of the parts you got to get. Good luck. I'm probably not going to do any videos on it. I'm sure there's some out there already. Let's get this baby a good 0 to 20 run. Woo-hoo! Yeah, that's why we built her. For that power right there. Unmatched at this point anyway. But if you like stuff like this, consider hitting subscribe, checking out some other videos. I did a whole bunch of range tests. I got a whole playlist of range tests on bikes. So if you want to know what bike's got the best range, check that out. Oh, spoiler alert, the best range I ever got out of a bike on a single charge throttle only was 74 miles. Yeah, you heard that right. Throttle only, no pedaling, 74 miles. Craziness. That was the Fido L3. Big battery pack, tiny little bike, smooth tires. I only went like 18 miles an hour, so all those things combined led to just an insane range. I think next up after that was the EMX Extreme dual motor e-bike from Fabulous E-Bikes. That one got like 46 miles out of a dual motor bike running throttle only the whole time, both motors going. still went 46 miles because it has like a 28 amp hour battery pack. It's huge. But I got a lot of range test videos. Check those out. And I think that's all for today. Thank you for watching.